After a wait that lasted longer than 3.5 Marvel movies and more obfuscation than 7 hours of CNN, at long last, it's out and about. Bond is back in a video game. And with that, another finger on the monkey paw curls.
His superiors all praise his instincts.
And they're all in need of early retirement. Nobody knows what to do with him, Mom.
No, and I suspect he feels the same way. But what he did in Iceland...
What he did in Iceland was insubordination. It was ill-disciplined, utterly reckless. He only survived thanks to blind luck. Give me one good reason to put him in the program, Mom.
I think you just covered them all, Greenway. It's really quite simple. Bond is a bullet without a target. Let's give him one.
I noted after the early teaser image that I was likely in for long, hard dick flattening, as I was personally hoping against hope for a James Bond game set in the 60s. A bit more book and a little less Jason Bourne bullshit, but one look at the damn drug dealer watch on James's wrist there, and I knew I was in for a disappointment of Stephanie Sterling proportions. Yet whatever darksome speculation was swimming around in my autistic noggin, when all the dust and dope smoke settled, we had our answer. A James Bond origin story reputed to depict the first of JB's many boofings that is inexplicably, utterly retardedly set in the modern day.
I suppose this is another teachable moment.
Brother, what's that? What's that, brother?
Granted, if the trailer's any indication, James Bond gets his first 50 kills before he can pronounce the D sound in his own surname. Oh wait, did I say he? I meant Melinda Muffhair masquerading as Moneypenny says his name.
Do you have an appointment?
The name's Bond.
James Bond. He's with me.
Really, Lubabonte Kwanda? You can't even give the man his own name? How'd you like it if James Bond showed up mid-introduction and cut you off 3 tongue clicks deep? James doesn't show up to where you work and knock the nail file out of your hand, bitch. I'd tell you to hold that thought, but you'd probably just grab your girlfriend's ass. Let the man have his catchphrase. And what are there, like 2 white people left in the entirety of MI6? M's an engine exchanging stilted exposition with a basketball American, and if Moneypenny were any more brown, she'd be stealing my bike. Hitman with a 007 skin sounds like something you couldn't bring yourself to bork. But by God, it looks like IO Interactive are gonna give it the old clown college try. Cry culture war clickbait all you like, you deeply original thinker, you. There's DEI dripping from the walls of this wankfest, and anyone whose eyes aren't jammed clean up their bonus hole could see it from space. Also, 2 things. Why is James Bond being impersonated by the twink from Jedi Fallen Order? And second, why is he the age of a zygote? Really? Of all the things to resurrect from the early 90s, not $2 gas, hair metal Malmsteen, or vaccines that don't make you stroke out harder than DSP in front of a Sears catalog. Nah, miss me with all that bullshit. What we're gonna bring back from the 90s is James Bond Jr.
Bond. James Bond Jr. No one can stop him, but scum always tries. Young Bond cuts through each web of spies.
Young Bond? Really, retards? The first book in the series, Casino Royale, makes clear that even at that incipient juncture, Bond had a higher body count than Lillian Phillips. Suddenly, B Unit's a little bashful about bumping bitches off. Hell, contrary to the tagline in the opening crawl alone, Bond kills more people than prostate cancer. Oh, but Razor, the books make clear he's under 38. Yeah. 60s 38. 38-year-olds in the 1960s look like Keith Richards in a food dehydrator. The lone official Fleming-approved illustration of James Bond has crow's feet, bloodhound jowls, and a hairline like Count Chocula. How the hell do we go from this to the Gerber baby? This homo makes Justin Bieber look like Johnny Cash. Hell, have you seen Bieber lately? The man's blood type is fentanyl. Age 30 hit this kid harder than Diddy's dong. Look, if the game is indeed Hitman with James Bond wallpaper, I'll probably play it till my thumbs fall off. There's a reason Hitman is the only AAA stealth series remaining on the market, and that's because it happens to be jiggling titties. It's just a shame that if DEI has its way, by the next game, Bond will have jiggling titties. I'm Fist, Razor Fist, Godspeed!
Call me a rock and roll outlaw. I got a license to kill. License to kill.
He learned the game from his Uncle James. Now he's heir to the name. James Bond! James Bond Jr. Look out, he's coming through. He's got a job to do while he rescues the girl. James Bond Jr. chases scum around the world.